Well, as you can see, I decided that it was time to organize and consolidate my magic set collection. Now, I have these things going back well over 100 years. They were all over the house, and I decided to just bring them all into the library once and for all. Now, I'm not going to open each and every one, but I will open some of the older ones in the end of the video and a newer one so that you get a comparison. Probably the most famous of all the manufacturers of magic sets was the Gilbert Company with their Misto Magic sets. They started back in the 20s and they came in all different shapes and varieties. Sometimes they even included a poster that you could put your name on and put on a show in your backyard or wherever. Now, like I said, some of these kits are complete, some of them aren't. And I'm not really too worried about that because in my basement I have a huge tote full of bits and pieces for different magic sets through the ages. And you know, it's one of those things where on a rainy day or a snowy day you just put on a stupid movie and you try and match up the pieces. So I do that every once in a while. Like this might be missing one piece and that's it. I love the graphics from the 1920s. They're really cool. Now, all total, I have about 50 different sets. Okay, and now here's another thing that happens. Sometimes things melt over time. Now, this one came with 3 wax crayons, and you can see that they're, well, they've seen better days. They probably melted somewhere after 1929. So, you know, there's not much you can do about that, especially, you know, when you get kits that are almost complete. That's the really neat part. And I really like it when I get the original booklet with the tricks. So that way you can actually, if you're missing a piece, find out what exactly it is that you're missing and work on getting a replacement. Now, I also have kits from other countries, like this one is British. I think this is right after World War II this one came out, and the masculine family that goes back in magic history to the 1850s. It's just amazing. So even though this is not complete, it has the name of a famous magician, so that's, you know, another reason and another category of collecting. And you can really tell the age of some of these things by looking at the cards. I just really enjoy these kits so much. It's like a glimpse into the past. And the thing is, I never had one growing up. I'm one of the few magicians that never got a magic set for Christmas or my birthday or anything like that. So I guess you could say that I've been more than making up for it. You know, obviously these things are, you know, they're more fragile the older they are. And sometimes when you move them around, the pieces, you know, tend to shift a little bit. But I try and keep them exactly as they were to the best of my ability. Because some of these items were never played with. You know, they're tied into the kit. Also, if the price is right, I'll pick up spares because you never know when you might need a replacement part. So, you know, that's why I get them in different conditions and sometimes duplicates because, you know, one might be missing one piece or whatever. And it's always good to have extra. Now these kits also came in a variety of different sizes too. This one is just a bunch of little boxes inside of a bigger box. And Misto Magic made other ones, you know, that you could send away for. They also changed their graphics a bit in the 30s, as time progressed. Some of them were larger, some, just had little envelopes in them. It all depended on which kit you bought. Now, the history of A.C. Gilbert and his Misto Magic company, among other companies that he had, is fascinating, and I really, really urge you guys to look that up. Now, this is the oldest kit that I have, and the antique dealer that sold it to me, he actually found it in an attic. So this is an actual attic find, okay? And it came from a very old house, and the guy had a little bit of everything. And he said it was from about the 1850s, 1860s. I couldn't find an actual date on it, but based on the style and the little pieces inside, like in that tube on the left, there's little wooden beads of different colors. So it had, a variety of different tricks. There's no instructions with this, but the graphics and the equipment inside, that's perfect for that period, and I just think that's amazing. There's a huge Siegfried and Roy one Blackstone. I mean, there's just no end to the variety of these kits. And like I said, some of these aren't complete, but that's okay because I have plenty of spare pieces and more time to put together these things and make them complete. I especially look for ones that were never used or never opened. So I do have a few of them that were still in the plastic. Like every other area of collecting, the problem with magic kits is that the more you get, the more you discover is out there. And the more that you don't have. It just, they came in different sizes and different editions. It just seemingly endless. I mean, I have like 50 or 60, and I'm nowhere near scratching the surface of what is out there and what's been produced over the years. So, I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Okay, so I don't have every magic kit ever made, and I never will, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to let you guys know that every single one of these items, every single one, was bought locally. All of these things I got at flea markets and yard sales and auctions and different places like that. So it just goes to show that you can find real treasures without having to travel, great distances or, rely on the internet all the time. There's stuff in your own backyard. And, people just find this stuff in their attics. Alright, well that about does it for this video. I'll just end it here by showing you a magic set from a famous toy store, FAO Schwarz. And this one has never been used. As a matter of fact, when you lift it up, it's got a Velcro closure and everything is still wrapped in plastic. So that's kind of what you really search for, obviously, when you're looking for magic sets. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please tune in again next time because you never know what we'll find in the collection.